continuing. Katie Rowland for her bars routine, a 9.8, which is very, very good. Now, let's go back to the balance beam. Here is the two-time Canadian Olympian Yvonne Tusek, and a big performance for her coming up.
They need a big performance. Fortunately, Kristen Parker came back after 2 low scores and scored a 9.775. Now they really need to build on that. Yvonne is so unique, very original in her choreography and in her movement, both on floor and beam.
Remember, Christy Tedman had a fall. She received just an 8.9, and they're counting 5 out of 6, so Tusek needs to hit.
They also have a 9.05 that they need to drop. They really need some huge scores here. This is when you like having an Olympian and that experience of somebody who can handle some pressure. Watch this. This is the Tusek side back handspring. Very smooth. Good job.
Tusek, a 9.825. So UCLA continues to crank out top scores. And here is Marina Dagteva from LSU.
Very, very pretty gymnast. I love her expressive dance. She uses her face. Everything is part of her choreography. Her older sister used to compete for UCLA. They both have this really nice style, well-trained athletes. Both born in Ukraine and then moved to Canada and competed for Canada.
Dee Bro saying that this might be the year that Marina really breaks out, or her sister, a superior gymnast, and Marina trying to break out of that shadow. This could be a big year for her.
Oh, very nice. Nothing better than a smiling face at the end of a routine.
And congratulations from her coach, Dee Bro. Georgia Gym Dogs are on their bye, and what a proud tradition they have built behind their head coach, Suzanne Yochlin.
I think what's amazing this year is they're pushing their upperclassmen to do bigger and better gymnastics in order to try and win this national championships. Usually they just settle in and keep doing the same thing, and Suzanne is pushing them for more.
5 national championships she has won as head coach of the Gym Dogs, and she is not shy.
And don't get me wrong, they want to be pushed. They all want it as badly as she.
Here is Nikki Arnstadt on floor. She's a senior, Green Bay, Wisconsin, All-American on floor a year ago. This is her best event.
coming back so well on floor exercise. She had a fall over at the uneven bars. Very, very nice job on the landings. Every tumbling pass. Little tiger claws there. Best part of this routine was the way she attacked every single landing. Triple twist, pulls it right around, and look at her fight for a stuck landing. Double pike, better than the first landing.
Her coach says she always scores better than I think she is going to, and she gets a 10. Oh my. That is a career high. Her best was a 9.975, so a perfect 10 for Nikki Arnstad. We're going to continue with a Super 6 Challenge. More after this.
All right, boys, last card.
I'm gonna raise you $1.
You must have something, boys.
It's just $1.
Hey, don't you know about 10-10, 220?
What?
Yeah, man, 10-10, 220. All calls up to 20 minutes, 99 cents.
And 7 cents a minute after that.
All calls up to 20 minutes for 99 cents?
See, $1 is worth a lot.
I'm out.
Me too. I call you.
Do you have any 5s?
Go fish.
Dial 10-10-220.
Want to try Reason?
Oh, why not? I'll have one.
And?
It's really chocolatey. Great chew.
Not so sweet.
That's Reason. Mighty chocolate caramel covered with rich chocolate. Mighty chocolatey. Mighty Reason. You gotta try 'em.
How does your gray beard or mustache reflect on you?
Man, I look old.
Get vitamin-enriched Just for Men gel. The Rejuvenator, specially made to penetrate coarse gray in 5 minutes and match your hair. The Rejuvenator Just for Men gel.
This Olympic year, more than ever, one team, one goal. Bringing home the gold. McDonald's, a worldwide Olympic partner.
Hi, Leah.
Okay, what's the latest? Flat screens. Huh? You heard me. Flat screens. They're the latest rage.
Flat screens, huh?
Yep, they don't take up a lot of desk space and they look cool. Everybody should have one.
Well then, let's give people a 500 SE with a Pentium 4 processor and a flat screen for just $9.99.
Great. Hey, a little soda over here?
Back at the Super 6 Challenge. Women's collegiate gymnastics at its best. We're at the O'Connell Center. Through 4 rotations, UCLA continues to lead. Alabama has moved up. Penn State and LSU. Georgia has only done 3 rotations, but the Bulldogs looking very, very strong. And Florida. So next up, LSU on vault, Georgia on bars, Penn State on beam, and Florida on the floor. Alabama and UCLA have bye. Suzanne Yocklin, the longtime coach for the Georgia Gym Dogs. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, she has won 5 national championships. This year, her Gym Dogs are ranked number 2. How does Suzanne like being number 2? This is what she said.
We had it there for many, many years. We won back-to-back championships in '98 and '99 and won numerous SEC championships. So many teams in the country rank themselves, measure themselves compared to the Georgia Gym Dogs. We're a little disappointed that the target's not on our back this year. We respect UCLA and know that they're a terrific team, but we like being number 1, and we're going to go for it.
She lost 4 great seniors, Christy Litchie, Suzanne Sears, Amanda Curry, and Kathleen Shreves, but the Gym Dogs reload. They've got 4 great high schoolers coming in next year, but if they could win the national championship this year somehow and get those 4 national teamers, they will be a power to be reckoned with, as they always are.
And Chris, as I mentioned, she is just pushing the upperclassmen to do more than they've ever done, even compete on events they haven't done in 2 and 3 years. to make up for it. The numbers just don't add up. They graduated more seniors than they brought in, new freshmen, so they're just going to demand more.
She says our team's about 3 weeks behind because we've had so many injuries. We haven't been able to have all our athletes in the gym. Now, Kinsey Rowe, one of the talented freshmen, will go.
They have a big opportunity here. UCLA gave up a little bit over on balance beam.
Yep.
They had to count that 9:05. So they've got some ground to make up. And Georgia, if they can take advantage of it here and post some big scores.
Kinsey Rowe with the torn ACL. She did it on January 2nd, out all last year. And here she goes.
Very nice transition into those Eagle Giants. Very fluid swing. Not a huge level of difficulty, but right now with the scoring the way it is, most routines are worth a 10.
Yep.
Regardless of the level of difficulty, you've got some routines that are much more difficult, but a 10 is a 10 as a start value. So if you make no mistakes, you're still going to score big. And nothing beats good form. Knees together. Oh.
So Kinsey Rowe, are you surprised that the scores early in the season have been rather high?
It's been a trend in college gymnastics. Personally, I think they should revamp the scoring system to give more room in there. You've got to re-educate your audience and tell them, 9-4s, 9-5s are big scores, and save those 9-8s and 10-0s for just amazing routines and make them special again. Not that I'm opposed to seeing the happiness on the faces of the kids when they get the big scores. They've worked hard. It's a time in their career to get it.
Stolowski for Penn State. A beam specialist, and they're trying to broaden her out just a bit. She's going to do floor and vault this year, but this is what she does really well.
Keep in mind, she hurt her knee. I don't know how much on that vault. It seemed to me she was limping.
Hey, gymnasts are tough. Amazing the amount of stress and pain that they go through to compete. Ever tear your ACL?
No, only partially tore.
Okay.
I've torn cartilage. I've done a number of things.
Yeah, the rest of it.
Yeah.
You're still holding up pretty good, though, if I do say so.
Thank you. Just don't put me up there. All right, not bad.
Stolowski. Florida Gators, Lindsey Minor.
Florida has some big scores leading up to Lindsey in the 9-8 range. Gonna make up some ground here. And nothing beats the excitement of a home crowd.
Kinsey Rowe got a 9-8 for her routine for Georgia. Stolowski at a 9-5. Stolowski, Penn State, 9-5. So you're up to date on scores.
Oh, out of bounds. Oh, unfortunately, a 1/10 of a point off for out of bounds. And it looked like she broke that pass. I'm not sure what she was planning to do, but it almost looked like she did something different.
9.675 for Minor. Still a relatively good score. So the Florida Gators showing a little bit of power. We're coming back. We've got much more of the Super 6 Challenge coming up.
Changing your glasses changes you. Now at LensCrafters, get a complete pair, including super scratch-resistant Duralens for $99. Get a new look now for only $99. Are you lucky enough to need glasses? Hurry, offer ends soon.
Wake up! It's time for 7-Eleven. Start with a cup of fresh brewed 7-Eleven coffee. Then grab one of our hot breakfast sandwiches. Or choose from our bakery selections delivered fresh daily. And get your morning going. I work nights. Oops. Old day, Kevin.
Mercedes, BMW, Suzuki. Under the conditions of a recent Insurance Institute for Highway Safety 40-mile-per-hour crash test, each of these SUVs received the highest overall rating of good. Yet the Suzuki XL7 costs nearly $20,000 less. And that makes the XL7 not just a safe choice, but a smart one. Lease a Suzuki XL7 today for just $249 per month with only $1949 to start.
I thought dating again would be tough.
He's cute. Is he younger than me?
Maybe getting rid of my gray hair was just what I needed.
Just for men. More than a hair color, it's a hair rejuvenator. Gray hair is shampooed away in 5 easy minutes. Vitamin Enriched Just for Men brings back a thicker, healthier, natural look.
I wonder how I did tonight.
Would you like to come in?
Just for Men, the Rejuvenator.
Through recklessness and addiction.
You have to do what it takes to play, and that includes using narcotics.
He's still leading the pack.
You have to suck it up for the team. Brett has done it time and time again.
An encore presentation, Brett Favre, Sports Century, 8 p.m. Monday on ESPN Classic.
Welcome back. We're in the midst of rotation 5. Georgia's on the uneven bars. And this is the Bulldogs star, Corey Fritzinger.
Very nice work. Little bit sloppy with her feet. Just here and there, she kind of loses form. Oh, and went over on that handstand, and she's having to cover. Oh, that is a shame. Good landing. I think she's a little bit surprised. I don't know what the judges will think about the cover.
That's herself giving...
What you gotta do at the beginning of the season, okay? So that's what we gotta do. That was good fight. You guys see that? That's what you gotta do.
Corey Fritzinger.
It's a big deduction.
Nice transition into the dismount legs. A little bit apart, but a good landing. She liked that part. She's still wondering what happened earlier in the routine.
He's hoping that they count heavily for the landing.
It's too bad. She's had a very, very good meet so far. Just a slight mistake. A little too far over on the cast.
Balance beam's our best event. We're going to be on it last a lot of times this year. It's a very close competition. The scores are low on beam because people haven't been nailing routines as good as we can hit. So that doesn't mean anything. We're going to have a lot higher scores. We have great beam. Competition's really close. Stick these beam routines. Nail them. Be aggressive. Just like in practice. Put the hands in there. Get them. See it, you guys. Do your visualization over there, all right? And believe, just like Coach Spears said. 1, 2, 3. Go beam!
Let's go back to the vault. Christian Uransky for LSU.
Wow.
Nails it.
That is a hard vault to land well, and you can't do it any better than that. Half twist into the front layout position. Very straight body. Again, hard to do.
9.925. Sweet. $6,185 in the house at the O'Connell Center. 7th biggest crowd in University of Florida history for gymnastics.
Boy, LSU has a great vault competition going on. Very nice job by all of them. Got nice distance, but of course that step, the judges cannot ignore it.
Philip Ogletree, Bob Moore, the assistants to D.D. Bro. And the Florida team.
They have to be worn out at the end of the competition. They don't just do their own routines. They do everybody else's routines together.
And now Florida's on floor. Here's Hillary Thompson.
Very nice performance.
Hillary Thompson for the Florida Gators. One of the senior leaders for this Florida squad.
They have some very good scores over there on floor exercise.
Corey Fritzinger got a 9.725.
With a big score here, they'll be able to drop a low score of a 9.65. And most of the other scores are 9.7, 9.8 range. Very good outing for Florida on the floor.
So Thompson a 9.95. So the anchor hits for Florida, and indeed 6 solid scores for the Gators.
Jimmy, please move to your next event.
Last year's Super 6 Challenge was a thriller. It went right down to the final rotation. Georgia's Christy Litchie was up on the beam, and she had to hit.
And as she had done so many times throughout her career, came up with the performance they needed to put the pressure on.
9.850. But Alabama and its mascot were not finished. The great Andrea Pickens was on floor, and she needed to hit.
And hit she did.
A 9.775. Her dad was delirious, but then who won it? Was it Alabama or Georgia? It turned out they tied. We'll be back with our final rotation right after this.
Let's fish.
Let's do it.
The Lexus RX 300. Unlike other sport utility vehicles, it's the first luxury SUV that doesn't ride like a truck.
We're out of here.
Yep. What?
The RX 300 at your South Florida Lexus dealer.
Introducing your Mercury dealer's no tent sales event. Who needs a tent when the deals are this good? Now get low 0% limited term APR financing or $2,000 cash back on Mercury Grand Marquis. Inch for inch, pound for pound, dollar for dollar, it's the best value in its class. With the roomiest interior and the largest trunk in its full-size class. And now get some of the biggest savings of the year. Don't look for the tent, just the great deals at your Mercury dealer's no tent sales event. See your Florida Mercury dealer now.
Some houses are born bad. Houses like Rose Red.
Dr. Joyce Reardon has assembled a team.
In or out?
All right, I'm in.
With extraordinary psychic abilities.
Stop it, Annie. Just quit it.
Together, they will begin a supernatural quest.
What is it? It knows we're here.
That will take them.
We shouldn't be here.
Into the heart.
We're in trouble. Big trouble.
Of evil. Stephen King's Rose Red.